And House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says he will move to hold former President Clinton in contempt after the Clintons failed to comply with a subpoena. The committee wants to hear from the former president and former Secretary Hillary Clinton about their interactions with Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times while Bill Clinton was president. I've been in Congress 9 years. I think I've been to the White House 9 times in 9 years. Epstein was in the White House double the amount of time that I was under one president. And then we know that Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's plane somewhere around 27 times after the presidency. So no one's accusing Bill Clinton of any wrongdoing. We just have questions, and that's why the Democrats voted along with Republicans to subpoena Bill Clinton.
Now President Clinton is responding, saying it's not about right or left, it's about right and wrong. ABC's Jay O'Brien's on Capitol Hill with more on that. Hi, Jay, what's the latest here?
Yeah, Diane, so we just heard James Comer say that as of next week, the committee will now move to hold Clinton in contempt of Congress. Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State, is supposed to testify before that very same committee under that very same subpoena tomorrow. She's not expected to attend either. And so next week, you're looking at the Oversight Committee voting out of committee, most likely along party lines, resolutions to hold the Clintons in contempt of Congress. The next steps would be it would have to go to a full House vote on the House floor to actually refer the Clintons to the Department of Justice to be prosecuted for contempt of Congress, and then it would be up to DOJ whether or not to prosecute. Think back to the January 6th committee, for example, and some Trump allies who defied subpoenas from that committee, and they were ultimately prosecuted by the Department of Justice. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here because there is this war of words today between the committee and the Clintons. You just heard from James Comer saying that in his view, it's quote unquote very disappointing, in his words, that the Clintons did not testify today. He said the committee is not supposing the Clintons did anything wrong. That's not the supposition of their investigation. But he says this was a bipartisan subpoena as the committee investigates a number of aspects of Jeffrey Epstein's life. And you've seen the product of some of that investigation, like the so-called birthday book that had those messages purported to be from then private citizen Donald Trump and then ex-president Bill Clinton, as well as Jeffrey Epstein's emails and photographs. All of that you've seen has been, in some cases, the product of this committee's investigation. The Clintons are hitting back today, though, saying that, first, they have nothing material to offer the committee's inquiry. They never knew of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes when Bill Clinton had an association with him in the mid-2000s. They deny any knowledge of that, and they accuse the committee of acting politically here, trying to embarrass them and the Clintons and treating them different than the committee has treated other witnesses to try to make what they allege is a political point, Diane.
All right, Jay O'Brien, thank you.